Hello, my lovely friends. My name is Ava, and today I have one of my favorite tropes or lines in a book with the line, "That's my wife." Okay, that's my wife energy books. If you don't know what that phrase is, that's my wife, and why it's so popular. Basically, it's a phrase that a lot of men say in romances when they are married and someone is putting their hands on their wife. And throughout the whole book, you've kind of seen them show disinterest or hate towards the heroine. But with that one phrase, their true colors show and you just absolutely melt. So let's get into these. The first one that I have is Empire of Storms by Sarah J. Maas. I just want to mention this one. You have to read all these books in order, and I think this is book number, I think five. And this phrase actually shows up at the end of the book, and if you know, you know. If you know, you know. So I can't say anything, but I love the Throne of Glass series. It is so underhyped compared to the A Court of Thorns and Roses series. It's great and all, okay? It's great and all. You have to read Throne of Glass. Like, it's so good. Like, sometimes I feel like this series is superior, okay? I'll just say it. So, this book, the end of this book, that line comes in and it is absolutely heartbreaking and wrenching. If you're wanting a fantasy paranormal Omegaverse read, I have Dark City Omega by Elizabeth Stephens. In this world, you have betas, alphas, and omegas, so the Omegaverse. If you don't know what Omegaverse is, go look it up. My friend Samantha actually has, I think, a video explaining what Omegaverse is, so go check out her channel. I'll link it down below. But the heroine is an Omega, and they're very coveted and revered, and she's actually on the run from being hunted. And on her journey, trying to run away, she ends up across this crazed alpha who actually tackles her down, and she is absolutely terrified for her life. What she doesn't know is that man is going feral because he's found his fated mate. Anyway, for whatever reason, these two have to get in a marriage of convenience. The line, "That's my wife," does come into play. I'm not going to be describing the line in these books. I just realized that, like, I'm not going to be saying when the scenes happened because I don't want to spoil it. Just know that the line is in these books, okay? For the Love of the Gods by Rory L. Scott is my next one. If you're wanting like a Greek and Roman mythology fantasy romance, definitely this one. The Greek and Roman representation of Hades in this book has to get married as deemed by the fates, but these two characters absolutely hate each other. But they have to get married and rule the underworld together, and that's all that this starts out with. I don't want to spoil anything else, but if you love Greek and Roman mythology, you're gonna love this one and this whole series. This next one is one of my favorites. This is Zenny by Rebecca Weatherspoon. Y'all, this one is so hot. It's so good. So these two characters meet because the heroine's aunt ended up passing away, and in her will, she lived in a small town and she made friends with the hero of the story, just friends with him. And in her will, she says that both of them will get a large sum of money because her aunt was rich. Like, you'll get the money, you'll get the house, whatever you want, but you have to be married and stay married for a certain amount of time. And so basically, in passing, her aunt was playing matchmaker. So these two characters get married. It's great. It is great. It's delicious. It's so hot. The Co-op by Tara DeWitt is next. These two are enemies and don't get along whatsoever. They actually had a summer growing up, I think in high school, where they like were hooking up, and things didn't end on the greatest terms. Anyway, both of their grandmothers, like respective grandmothers, lived in this duplex together, and they both passed around the same time, and in their wills they gave their part of the duplex to their respective grandchildren, and they end up having to share this rundown duplex. They've agreed to renovate it and sell it for a higher profit and get out of there. Both of them don't have anywhere else to stay, so they're stuck in this duplex together with someone that they hate, despise, that they fight with all the time. And for a specific reason, these two actually have to get in a marriage of convenience for specific reasons, but they absolutely hate each other. This one's so fun. I loved the banter in this one. Our Ride to Forever by Julie Olivia is my next one. This is one of the books, a part of her Honeywood series. So basically it takes place in an amusement park that's kind of like Disney-esque, like an amusement park, right? But the theme is around this like Honeywood show that used to happen for kids. Anyway, it's made up, but it's an amusement park. These two characters are actually part of the same friend group. You've seen them throughout the other books in the series, and they get in a marriage of convenience because the heroine has really good insurance and the hero is finding it hard to go to the doctor for his anxiety, and he's having some heart pain as well, or heart palpitations, whatever the case may be, but he can't afford like going to the doctor. So she's like, why don't we just get married and you can be on my insurance? That's what this one is about. Short and sweet, but this one was really fun. I loved the chemistry between these two. For a Mafia romance, I have Silent Lies by Neva Altaj. This is book number 8, a part of her Perfectly Imperfect series, which is her Mafia romance series I absolutely love. These two characters are put in an arranged marriage between their respective Mafia families. They're complete opposites. The hero is a mafia boss and the heroine doesn't really want to be a part of the mafia, but she's got to do what she's got to do. It's the life she was born into. He's very quiet and stoic and she's very loud and wears bright colors and sparkles. So that was really fun. But like the heroine kind of feels like the hero is indifferent to her, you know what I mean? But when this line comes out, that's my wife line in this book, y'all, it's so good. Another mafia one is His Tesoro by Emilia Rossi. I love this one so much. So these two characters put in an arranged marriage again to align their mafia families. The heroine has Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, or EDS, and she uses a wheelchair to help with her mobility. She's not a wheelchair user in the sense that she is not able to walk, but using a wheelchair helps with her mobility when her pain levels are too much. So technically she can walk, but in the days that she's feeling really bad, she uses her wheelchair. But on other days she uses her walker, like I have. So she has a walker just like me, so I loved that part of the book. And like the previous book I mentioned, she feels like the hero is being very indifferent towards her, doesn't care about her, but slowly she starts to chip away at his walls. He becomes a total softie for her. Like she loves to bake and he'll eat anything that she makes. Like he is so down hard for her, and he does say, "That's my wife." This man can get it. Like he has just become so smitten for her. He literally gets her a dog, he gets her anything that she wants, and she's lived kind of a hard life before this point. Her family didn't really support her and her disability, so this hero is just everything. And lastly, I don't know where my copy went, but I have Devil in Winter by Lisa Kleypas. The hero of this book was actually the villain in the previous book. Evie is going through a lot with her family right now. Her family, it's her extended family. She has no immediate family except for her father, but he's actually bedridden and can't take care of himself, and he hasn't been able to provide for Evie. So her extended family has watched over her and has kind of locked her up in her room until she agrees to marry her very inappropriately gross cousin, because they want her fortune, they want her money. So she decides to sneak out one night and runs to this hero's estate and is like, "Hey, I know you're desperate for a wife based on what you did in book number 2, right? And I have a lot of money, so let's run to Gretna Green and we're gonna get married." And he's like, "Great, let's do it." So we don't really like Sebastian in the previous book, but he kind of gets his redemption in here, and how he treats his wife. Anyways, there you have it. Those are some romances with the "that's my wife" line and or vibes. Let me know down below if you've read any of these books or if you plan to, and if you have any other recommendations I should put on this list. But anyways, thank you all so much for watching. I will see y'all soon in my next one. Bye y'all.